My beloved child, stop everything you are doing right now and listen closely. I know the weight on your heart, the quiet sorrow you carry deep inside, even when no one sees. You may feel lost, as if the world has turned its back on you, and I want you to hear this clearly: you are not forgotten, not abandoned. This moment you are in, this exact time and place, was chosen for you by my loving hand. You are here because I have words for your soul, words to soothe your brokenness and to begin the healing. Imagine yourself standing in the midst of a storm, dark clouds swirling, wind howling, but know that I am the calm in the eye, the shelter that cannot be shaken. My child, I see every tear you hide, every sigh you try to bury, and I am moved by your pain. But do not despair, for your sorrow is not the end of your story. Hear my promise. I am with you, closer than your own breath, holding you when you feel too weak to stand. Like the gentle rain that falls softly to nourish the thirsty earth, my love will pour into your heart and renew your spirit. You might wonder, why must I suffer? Why must the night be so long? Yet I say to you, the night is but a canvas for the dawn I am painting just for you. Your heart, though bruised, beats with the rhythm of hope. Let go of the burdens you carry alone and place them in my hands. Trust that I am shaping something beautiful from your brokenness. You are not walking this path in solitude. I am the steadfast guide who will never leave your side. The ancient words echo still: do not fear, for I am with you, and they live today, vibrant and true for your life. As you hear this now, open your heart and feel the warmth of my embrace. This is the beginning, not the end, of a journey toward peace that your soul has longed for. Hold on to this truth, my child, and prepare to walk with me into the light that awaits beyond the shadows. Soon, I will share more of the way forward, where hope turns into strength and faith becomes your anchor. But for now, rest in the knowledge that you are deeply loved and eternally protected. Do not rush. Breathe in this moment of divine care, and know that you are cherished beyond measure. My dear one, I have seen your nights filled with restless tears, your prayers whispered into the silence where answers seem slow to come. I know how the waiting can feel endless, how the heart can grow weary from hoping. Yet hear me now, your cries do not fall on deaf ears. I am here, working even when you cannot see, weaving a tapestry of grace from the threads of your pain. Remember Joseph, who was cast aside, forgotten in a prison's shadow, yet through his suffering, I was shaping a destiny greater than he imagined. Like Joseph, you are not alone in your trial, your story is part of a larger plan I have already set in motion. Though the path seems dark, trust that my light is breaking through, preparing a way where you once saw none. Let your heart rest in this truth: in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. When you feel like giving up, I say hold fast, for miracles are born in the soil of hardship and faith. Take a moment each day to lay your burdens before me, to surrender your doubts and fears in quiet prayer. Write down the things that weigh on your soul, and watch as I transform them into hope. Know that I am with you in every moment of despair, gently calling you forward. You may wonder why your prayers seem unanswered, but trust that timing is my gift to you. I am never late. I am always working behind the scenes, preparing blessings that exceed your understanding. Like the potter who molds clay with care, I am shaping your life through every struggle and tear. Your pain is not wasted, it is the seed of a new beginning. As you listen to my voice, open your spirit to receive the peace that surpasses all understanding. Let go of bitterness, release the chains of anger and regret, for I offer you freedom through forgiveness. First for yourself, then for those who have hurt you. This is the way to healing, the path where broken hearts are made whole. Remember, I am the God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Cling to this promise as you walk forward, knowing that each step you take with me leads you closer to the joy I have prepared. The journey is not easy, but it is purposeful, and you are never alone. My love surrounds you like a shield, my faithfulness your constant companion. Soon you will see the dawn after the longest night, and your heart will rise renewed, stronger and full of hope. Until then, rest in my presence, trust in my timing, and let your soul be comforted by the assurance that I am working all things together for your good. Keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am the anchor of your soul, the steady hand that will not let you go. This is your season of preparation, a sacred time when I am crafting a testimony of triumph from your trials. Do not lose heart, my beloved. Hold tightly to the promises I have spoken, and walk forward with courage, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved, I want you to lean in closer now, for there is so much more I wish to reveal about the journey you are walking through the valley of brokenness. I see how deeply your soul aches, how many times you have questioned if the weight of your trials will ever lift. Yet, I say to you with unwavering certainty, your pain is not the absence of my presence but rather the quiet forge where your faith is being refined. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too is your heart being shaped through these moments of sorrow and waiting. Understand this, I am not distant in your suffering. I am the gentle whisper amid the storm, the steady light that no darkness can overcome. I know the nights when tears fall silently on your pillow, and you feel alone. Hear me now, you are never alone. I am working in ways unseen, orchestrating circumstances beyond your grasp to bring about your restoration. It may seem as though your prayers are met with silence, but that silence is not emptiness. It is the space where I am preparing something greater, a blessing so profound it will change the course of your life forever. Look to Joseph's story, not just as history, but as a mirror of your own path. His betrayal, abandonment, and despair did not mark his end but the beginning of a divine plan that saved nations. So too, your present moment, though shadowed by grief, is fertile ground for miracles. You are not broken beyond repair, you are being rebuilt by my hands, stronger and more radiant than before. I invite you to hold on to hope like a lifeline. Begin by setting aside just a few moments each day to come to me in quiet surrender. Bring me your doubts, your fears, and your deepest wounds. Speak to me honestly, as a child would to a loving parent. Write down your burdens if it helps, for the act of naming your pain is the first step toward healing. Then listen, for I will speak gently to your heart, guiding you toward peace and clarity. Remember, forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door to freedom. Not to excuse the hurt or forget the pain, but to release yourself from the chains of bitterness and anger that only deepen your wounds. Forgive yourself for any blame you carry, and when you are ready, forgive those who have caused you harm. This is not a sign of weakness but of profound strength, a sacred act of surrender to my healing power. Your brokenness is not a barrier but a bridge to greater intimacy with me. Each tear you shed waters the soil where new life will spring forth. Your waiting is not in vain. It is a sacred pause where faith grows roots deep in the soil of trust. I am the God who redeems the broken, who transforms sorrow into songs of joy. Let this truth settle in your heart and stir your spirit. You may not see the fullness of the path ahead, but I have already made a way through the wilderness. Trust that every twist and turn is leading you closer to the destiny I have planned. I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. When doubt whispers lies that you are forgotten, cling fiercely to the promise that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Your story is far from over. I am writing a testimony of triumph through your life that will inspire and uplift others who walk a similar path. The pain you endure now will become the foundation of your greatest victory. So, my beloved, keep walking forward with courage. Embrace each day as a precious gift, a new opportunity to experience my grace anew. Let your heart be open to the miracles hidden in the ordinary moments, a kind word, a peaceful breath, the warmth of the sun on your face. These are my reminders that I am near. And as you journey on, prepare yourself for the joy that awaits beyond the valley. The dawn is coming, and with it, a fresh outpouring of hope and restoration. Until then, rest in my love, lean on my promises, and know that your faith, even when small and fragile, moves mountains. You are deeply cherished, infinitely valued, and eternally held in my embrace. Walk forward, beloved, for the best is yet to come. My precious child, as you continue to walk this path of brokenness, know that every tear, every sigh, and every moment of loneliness is seen through eyes full of boundless love. Your pain is not a void but a sacred space where I meet you in your deepest need. Sometimes, suffering feels like an endless night, a heavy silence that presses on your soul, making you wonder if light will ever break through. But understand this, the night is never without end. It is the very canvas upon which I paint the most magnificent dawns. You are not defined by your wounds but by the resilience I am weaving into the fabric of your spirit. Each challenge you face is a thread in the tapestry of grace I am crafting just for you. You may ask why the waiting feels so long, why prayers seem unanswered, but this waiting is a divine invitation to deepen your trust and lean into my presence more fully. I am not absent in the silence, I am preparing your heart for a breakthrough, a healing so profound it will renew every broken piece within you. Imagine a river that flows beneath frozen ice. Though the surface seems still and cold, life moves powerfully beneath, shaping the path forward. So it is with your spirit. Beneath the stillness of your waiting, I am at work, gently moving, shaping, healing. Let go of the temptation to rush the process. Healing unfolds in its own time, tenderly and surely. I invite you to practice patience as an act of faith, to come before me daily with an open heart, even when words fail and your soul feels too tired to speak. In those moments, simply rest in my love, and I will carry the burden you cannot bear. The stories of those who have gone before you are not just tales from the past, they are living testimonies of my faithfulness. Remember David, who fled into the wilderness, hunted and broken, yet found refuge in my presence and strength in his darkest hours. His songs of lament turned into songs of praise because he chose to trust me when all seemed lost. Like David, you can find sanctuary in me, a place where your soul is refreshed and your hope rekindled. Forgiveness is the bridge from despair to freedom. It does not erase what has happened, but it frees your heart from the chains of bitterness and anger that keep you imprisoned. Begin with forgiving yourself for any guilt you carry, then extend that grace to others. This act is not about weakness but about reclaiming your power through love. You may feel that the pain has carved out an empty space within you, but I promise to fill that space with a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that anchors your soul even in the fiercest storms. Your brokenness is not a barrier to my love, it is the doorway. Step through it with courage, knowing I walk beside you. Let your heart open to the transforming power of surrender. As you do, you will discover that the fragments of your shattered dreams are being gathered and made whole again, forming a mosaic of beauty and hope that can inspire others. This is your sacred journey from brokenness to wholeness, from despair to joy. Each small step you take, each prayer whispered in the quiet, each moment you choose faith over fear, draws you closer to the fullness of life I have prepared for you. Rest now in this promise. I am the God who does not abandon, who sees your suffering and answers with healing. Your story is being written anew with each breath you take, each day you choose to trust. Keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am your anchor, your shelter, your everlasting light. The valley you walk is not your end but the fertile ground for a new beginning. Hold fast, my beloved, for I am with you always, and soon you will rise, radiant and renewed, ready to embrace the future filled with my unfailing love. And now, as your heart begins to steady, prepare yourself to hear more of the hope and strength that awaits you in the days to come. My cherished one, as you dwell in the quiet ache of your heart, I want you to know that this very place of brokenness is where I meet you most deeply. Often, you may feel that your suffering isolates you, as if you are walking alone in a wilderness with no companion. Yet I am the unseen companion walking beside you, my presence a soft but unyielding light in the shadows. Your pain is not a punishment or a sign of abandonment but a sacred invitation to trust in a love that is unshakable and eternal. There is a divine purpose in the pain, even if it remains hidden now. Like a skilled artist who chisels marble to reveal the masterpiece within, I am shaping your spirit through every trial you endure. I see how many times your spirit has faltered under the weight of disappointment, how the silence in your prayers feels deafening. Yet this silence is a holy space where faith is forged, a quiet before the crescendo of restoration. Trust that behind what seems like stillness, I am moving powerfully on your behalf, setting into motion events that will bring forth your healing and joy. I invite you to release the burden of trying to understand all at once and instead embrace the mystery of my timing and wisdom. Each day, come to me not with expectations but with an open heart willing to receive peace beyond understanding. Let your soul rest in the assurance that your story is being written with intention and grace. Consider the lives of those before you who walked through darkness, how their pain became the fertile soil for miracles. Just as the night sky is scattered with stars that only shine brightest in the darkest hours, so your spirit will radiate with newfound strength born of suffering. Forgiveness is your key to freedom, a gift you give yourself to break free from the chains of bitterness that hold you captive. Start by forgiving yourself for the moments you feel you have failed, then gently extend grace to those who have caused you pain. This is not an easy path, but it is a path of profound healing. When you choose forgiveness, you open a door to a peace that no hardship can take away. Your brokenness is not the end of your journey but a sacred passage through which you are being transformed. Allow yourself to feel the fullness of my love, which is wide enough to cover every scar, deep enough to heal every wound. As you open your heart to this love, you will find a strength that surprises even you. Small acts of faith each day. Quiet prayers, moments of gratitude, releasing your worries into my hands, will build a foundation for a hope that cannot be shaken. Even when the road feels long and the future uncertain, hold fast to this truth: I am with you, guiding you every step, turning your pain into purpose. Soon, you will look back and see how these trials have become testimonies of triumph, how the ashes of sorrow have blossomed into the beauty of restoration. The dawn you seek is near, and with it comes a peace that surpasses all understanding. Rest in this promise, beloved, and prepare your heart for the fullness of joy that awaits. As you gather strength from my unfailing love, know that the final part of your journey will bring you into the light of new beginnings and unshakable faith. My beloved child, in the stillness of your heart where pain lingers and hope feels fragile, I want you to know that every sorrow you carry is a sacred thread woven into the tapestry of your healing. Often, suffering feels like a heavy shroud, isolating and unrelenting, making you question if relief will ever come. But understand this: the weight you bear is not a sign of abandonment but an invitation to deeper trust, a call to lean wholly into my unfailing presence. I am not distant from your struggles, I am the breath beneath your brokenness, the gentle hand lifting you when you can no longer stand. Consider the way the earth endures winter's harsh cold only to burst forth with new life when the season turns. So too does your soul undergo a quiet transformation in this season of trial. Your pain is the fertile soil where faith takes root, growing stronger with each tear and whispered prayer. You might feel forgotten in moments of silence, wondering if your prayers echo into emptiness, but I assure you that in the unseen realm, I am moving mightily on your behalf. I am the potter shaping your life with infinite patience and care, molding your heart through each hardship, each delay, and each moment of despair. Surrender your need to control the outcome, and instead rest in the assurance that I am orchestrating a symphony of restoration that will soon play in your life. Forgiveness, my beloved, is the doorway to your freedom. It is not about excusing the pain inflicted but about releasing yourself from the prison of bitterness that keeps your spirit bound. Begin gently with forgiving yourself for the times you felt weak or lost, then extend grace to those whose actions have wounded you. This is an act of courage and love that invites my healing to flow freely into your life. When you forgive, you open space for peace to settle within your soul, a peace that no storm can shake. Imagine your heart as a broken vessel, shattered and worn, yet I am the divine restorer who gathers the fragments and fashions them into something beautiful beyond what you can imagine. You are not beyond hope, you are being made whole. Each small step of faith, quiet moments of prayer, choosing gratitude in hardship, releasing fears to me, is a brick laid on the foundation of your renewed spirit. Even when the path ahead seems uncertain and shadows linger, trust that I am your constant light, guiding you steadily forward. Your brokenness is not your end but the beginning of a new chapter filled with my grace and strength. Soon, you will rise from this valley not as one who has been defeated but as one victorious, bearing testimony to the power of faith and love to transform even the deepest wounds. The dawn of your restoration is near, and with it comes a joy that surpasses understanding and a peace that guards your heart. Rest now in this truth, beloved, and prepare to embrace the fullness of life I have lovingly crafted for you. As your heart steadies and hope blooms anew, know that the next part of this journey will bring you closer to the radiant future I have promised, a future where faith is your anchor and love your eternal guide. My precious one, I know the weight your heart carries, the silent battles fought behind weary eyes, the nights when hope seems like a distant star barely visible through the clouds of despair. But hear my voice now, I am not far from you, nor have I ever been. Your suffering is not wasted or forgotten, it is a sacred part of the journey I have set before you, a refining fire that shapes your soul into something stronger, wiser, and more radiant. Each tear you shed waters the ground where new life will spring forth. You may question why the waiting is so long, why the healing seems slow, but remember that growth often happens beneath the surface, unseen yet powerful. Like the seed that breaks open in darkness to reach toward the sun, your spirit is unfolding toward the light I provide. Do not be discouraged by what you cannot yet see, trust that I am at work in every detail, orchestrating a masterpiece that only time will reveal. Forgiveness is the key to unlocking your healing. It may feel impossible at times, especially when the wounds run deep, but releasing bitterness is a gift you give yourself, a release from chains that bind your heart and cloud your soul. Begin gently, forgiving yourself for the burdens you carry and the moments of doubt. Then, when you are ready, extend that same grace to those who have caused you pain. This act is a declaration of freedom and a step toward peace that transcends understanding. Know that your brokenness does not diminish your worth, rather, it invites my healing touch to restore you fully. I gather the shattered pieces of your heart and weave them into a tapestry of beauty and hope beyond your imagining. Daily, choose to rest in my presence, to speak honestly with me about your fears, your hopes, your wounds. Let prayer become the bridge between your pain and my peace. Let gratitude, even for small blessings, light a candle in the darkest rooms of your soul. These simple acts build a foundation of faith that no storm can shake. As you continue this journey, know that you are not alone. I walk with you, an unchanging presence holding you steady when the path feels uncertain. Your story is far from over, it is being rewritten with grace and purpose. Soon, the valley of sorrow will give way to a mountaintop of joy, and your heart will sing the song of restoration. Trust this promise, beloved, and allow your soul to rest in the knowledge that I am faithful, always faithful. The best is yet to come. As your spirit rises, ready to embrace the new day, prepare yourself to step into the fullness of the hope and strength I have prepared. This is not the end but the beautiful beginning of a life renewed by love and anchored in faith. Beloved child, as you stand on the edge of your suffering, know that every ache and every wound is not a mark of defeat but a sign that transformation is underway. The pain you carry is not a burden you must bear alone, for I am here, steady and faithful, lifting you when your strength fades and holding you when your heart feels too heavy. Remember, the darkest nights prepare you for the brightest dawns. Your brokenness is the birthplace of new beginnings, a sacred soil where hope takes root and flourishes. In this time, surrender is your greatest strength. Let go of the need to control the outcome and trust in the divine plan I am unfolding for your life. Each moment of waiting is not wasted but is a thread woven into the tapestry of your healing. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is a key that unlocks the prison of pain. It frees you to move forward with peace, lightening the weight on your soul and opening your heart to the boundless love I offer. Daily, invite me into the quiet corners of your life. Speak honestly with me in prayer, share your fears and hopes without reservation. Let gratitude fill the spaces where despair once lived, even if only for a moment each day. These small acts of faith build an unshakable foundation for the restoration that is coming. You are not forgotten or forsaken. I walk with you through every valley, a steadfast guide and protector. Your story is far from over, it is being rewritten with grace, strength, and purpose. Soon, the trials you face will become testimonies of victory that inspire and uplift others. Embrace this truth and prepare your heart for the new life awaiting you, one filled with peace, joy, and unending hope. As you hold fast to these promises, know that I am your refuge and your light, leading you toward the dawn of restoration. Now, my dear one, as we come to the close of this journey together, I want to leave you with 3 sacred lessons to carry with you beyond this moment. First, remember that your pain does not define you, it refines you. In the depths of your sorrow, your spirit is being purified, and from that fire, strength and wisdom will arise. Embrace your brokenness as a pathway to wholeness, for in vulnerability lies true courage. Second, forgiveness is your liberation. By forgiving yourself and others, you release the chains that bind your heart and invite healing and peace to flow freely. This is a daily choice, a sacred act that opens the door to freedom and joy. Third, faith is your anchor. When storms rage and hope feels distant, fix your eyes on me, the unchanging source of all love and strength. Trust that I am working all things together for your good, even when the way is unclear. I pray that peace will fill your heart today, that your faith will rise like the morning sun, and that hope will bloom anew within your soul. Remember, I am not done with you. This is not the end of your story but the turning point toward a life renewed by my love. If this message touches your heart, it is not by my messenger but by me, God, speaking directly to your spirit. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Write Amen in your heart and let faith arise within you. Do not rush away, sit quietly for a moment and let the Holy Spirit speak to your soul. You are deeply loved, eternally held, and forever cherished. Walk forward now in the fullness of my peace and joy. The best is yet to come.